Hey, so how about some scalloped potatoes tonight? They go good with ham, which we just happen to be cooking, and meatloaf and lots of other things. But today we are going to make spiralized scalloped potatoes. Sounds interesting, hey? So here's what we're going to start with. The handy base, right? That one little turn of the knob and it's stuck to your cabinet forever. Well, not forever, but so you need it. We're going to bring out our spiralizer. We're going to put it right on. Now, I'm going to try and do these backwards. It's hard sometimes to do it like showing you guys things, but I'm going to try. So slip this on and tighten the base. So now it's tight to the cupboard and this won't come out. We are going to use, this comes with the 3 blades, which clip together for easy storage. And there's the wide ribbon blade, or the wide blade with the big ribbon for the, what are they called? Tornado potatoes, right? And then the medium and the smaller one. We're not going to use those. We are going to use the ones you use for the tornado potatoes, but we're not going to put the stick in, so they're not going to come out that way. And I'm just going to catch them in this bowl. So I've got a potato already. I've got this in. I'm going to poke the potato in the middle. Now, the nice thing, guys, if you have perfectly round potatoes, these are going to come out easy peasy. If you have potatoes that are a little, off and wobbly, which they really seem to be this time of year, they still work, but they may be a little wobbly when you're turning them around. So put the potato in, lock this, and look, that's spiralized. Pretty cool, hey? I just, every time I do this, because our other spiralizers were so hard to use, right, Mom?
I know, it's so amazing.
I know. And it's like, I feel like I could be off doing something else almost.
Your arms are long enough.
Totally. So this is what we're going to do. Peel your potatoes, don't peel your potatoes, that's up to you. We really like potatoes with skins on. So
well, and let me just show how thin the skin is.
Right? When you're...
Yeah, so it's not as though you're getting a big glob of,
No. So this unlocks. We pull this off. It goes into the soup pot in the freezer. And we keep going. So cool, hey? We need to do 6 potatoes in all. So there's 1. But we also need cheese. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the spiralizer off the base. You don't need to watch me do all 6. I'm going to get the hopper for the grater. Put that on. Lock the base, which is backwards when I'm doing it this way. It's so hard. Locked, locked. We have the shredder accessories. We have, can you see the little blades on those? It's a small shred and it's a larger shred. We're going to use the large one today. You can do anything in here. We do hash browns. We do cheese all the time. We get the big cheese when it's on sale, and then we just freeze it once it's shredded, and it's awesome.
So explain what you just did.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I know, but
I know.
Does, yeah. I put the blade in. You see, it's got a little screw-on attachment there. Put the blade in, and the handle just screws right onto it.
Perfect.
Okay.
Nice and simple.
Exactly. And safe. I take a block of cheese that I just cut to fit in there. And I think that'll fit. It's a little wider at the top, but let's see. I put a bowl under here. Okay, Mom. You watching that little...
I'm watching.
Is it coming?
It's coming.
Isn't that amazing, you guys? Yeah, never in my life have I shredded cheese this easily.
I know.
Ever. So we need about 2.5 cups. The recipe says cheddar and Monterey Jack, but that's not what I happen to have right now. So I am using this marbled cheddar that I have. And then we have some Havarti downstairs. So that's the mix I'm going to make. And our Havarti is already shredded and frozen, so it'll last forever.
We often do the whole brick ahead so that when we want to, it just cuts down on the work when you're doing your meal.
But yeah, isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's perfect.
And unlike the pre-shredded in the stores, there's no fillers.
Yeah.
There's no dehumectants. There's no cellulose. All that stuff they put in to keep it dry so it doesn't mold or stick together. So you'll forget if you've been using the pre-shredded cheddar how nice this smells and how different it tastes. So this is going to be good ooey gooey cheese. So I'm going to finish shredding this. I'm going to finish spiralizing the potatoes, and then we'll see you again. Okay, part 2. We are making the white sauce with cheese for the potatoes. So in the pot, Yeah, keep your eyes on the pot, Mom. We're gonna make a roux.
Okay.
We have, now we should note, this is a Tupperware pan. Beautiful. It is called the Chef Series 2, anodized aluminum, which means not just the bottom heats up, but the sides heat up too, so you get amazing cooking. So roux, we've got equal parts of butter and flour. You can use margarine, I have, but you know, I'm kind of digging butter. I can't help it. Now, one of the tricks that I have learned from, oh, look at that bubble. I learned this from watching The Chew and Chef Michael Simon. When you make a roux, you want to cook your flour, because you know that raw taste of flour is kind of gross. And so if you cook this for like a minute after it's put in the pan and the butter's melted, it'll cook out that flour taste. And you can actually cook it and brown it like if you were making browned butter, and it will actually give it a whole other sort of level of taste. Okay, so we have that cooking. And look at that, nice and thick and foamy. Yummy. Now, what we're gonna do is, watch that bubble. I'm just gonna set it aside for a sec. And I'm gonna get the milk in my beautiful micro pitcher. Yes, I know that the pot's off the stove. Now, here's my other little hack. This says to use half and half for cream. But just, again, you know, I don't care how much you weigh, guys. I don't care if you run marathons. But just to eat a little healthier is like a nice goal. That's why we're making this from scratch and not from a mix. Not that there's anything wrong or I'm judging. And so what I use for half and half is I use canned skim evaporated milk, just like Grandma used to use. And there's not quite 2 cups of it in a can, so I just add skim milk to make it up to 2 cups. Okay, and we do this, we keep stirring. You don't want to let your roux burn, you know that. And as we're doing that, I'm just going to turn it down for a sec. We're going to add a little bit of pepper. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of salt. Not too much, because with the cheese in here, that's going to be salty enough.
It's a bit salty, huh?
We are going to add a little bit of sage. Now, the recipe calls for sage leaves. I don't have fresh sage leaves here, so I'm going to use a little bit of dried. If you were going to use this with fresh sage, you would put in 2 leaves, and you would put it in while you were browning the roux, and leave it in while you're stewing up the milk and everything. And then take the leaves out before you assemble the scalloped potatoes. Okay? When you're using dried sage, remember, dried herbs and spices are more powerful than fresh. So you want to be a little bit lighter. Normally this recipe calls for, I think, 8 sage leaves. You don't want to use that much if you're using dried, or that is all you are going to taste. And then here's the last trick I learned. Again, I learned so much on The Chew. We loved that show, didn't we, Mom?
Yeah.
So
sad to see it go.
I know. So this was a Mario Batali trick, I think. Anytime you're making a white sauce of any sort, put in a pinch of nutmeg. Not a lot. You'll never taste what it actually is. But it just changes the flavor profile and gives it a little bit of depth, and it's amazing. So I just put a bit of nutmeg in there, and the recipe this time actually called for it. They were smart. And now I'm just going to keep cooking this and thickening it up until I get all the milk incorporated, little bits at a time. And then I'm going to clean the stove before Mom sees the mess I've made.
You are the messiest cooker I've ever known in my life. But I love you anyway.
Aw, I love you too. And then we're going to come back and I'll show you how to assemble it all and put it in the oven. Okay, bye. Okay, we're assembling now. So I've brought out the UltraPro. This is the ovenware. It's also good for freezer, fridge, and microwave. Okay, this is the 8x8 pan. All of the UltraPros come with these covers, which are awesome, because when your pan isn't this full, you can also stack cook in them. So you could put, say, pork chops, mushroom gravy in the bottom, roast your vegetables in the top, all at once. So they're super duper pans. And Mom, why do you love them the most?
Because they practically clean themselves.
Exactly.
They're so easy to clean.
Because these are plastic and not metal or glass, what happens is they don't heat up like the glass and the metal pans do. So things don't cook onto the pan. They just cook inside from the heat of the oven. I also find because the pan doesn't heat up. Things don't dry out as much. So win, win, win. We just love these. So what I've done is I've taken some of the sauce we made and I put some in the bottom to cover it. Then I put some cheese. Then I put all these yummy spiralized potatoes in here. Now what's going to be awesome, and we all know this, is all these little bits and edges are going to get crunchy and brown and freaking yummy. And that is a cooking term.
It is.
So what we're going to do is we're going to finish putting the rest of this sauce over top. Oh my goodness, it smells good. Can you smell it yet, Mom?
Yeah, I can smell it now.
Yummy, cheesy. Just, oh, so good. I did put a little bit of cheese in it just because, you know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And even after making a sauce with cheese and milk and butter and flour, things that stick to pans, right? And that you have to sometimes get your scrubbies out and go at them like crazy. I want to show you this. Scrape every little bit of this goodness out I can get. Look inside that pan.
Whoops.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know. It's just like...
And you can still see the stuff like pouring off of it.
Yeah.
Nothing sticks. They're astounding. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to sprinkle about another 1.5 cups of cheese over top. We're going to put the cover on, and we're going to put it in the oven at 350 for an hour. Okay? Then we're going to take the cover off. We're going to bake it for another 20-30 minutes just till everything gets crispy and brown. And then we're going to show you what it all looks like.
Then we're eating.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we can not eat it long enough to show you what it looks like, that will be a win for us. Okay, so see you on the flip side, guys. Right, here we are at the big finale, about to get the scalloped potatoes out of the oven. What do you think? Should we take bets on how they look? Oh my God.
I bet they look wonderful. Oh. Can I show?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh my God,
they
isn't that
look
beautiful?
wonderful,
I told you, all those little ends of all of those
yeah, they get all nice
spiralized,
and crispy.
Isn't that beautiful?
Okay,
look,
okay.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
Now I don't want to burn myself.
No,
but
don't.
This isn't show. Yeah, don't show. I can't. Let me just get a little spoony thing here. Okay, you see, none of this is baked on. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And that's how easy they are to clean.
Yeah.
Okay, we have got to go eat now. Oh, do you want to see what else we're going to eat?
Yeah.
Okay, let's show this too. Whoa, heavy. There we go.
Ooh,
a little baby spiralized ham and some beautiful scalloped potatoes.
Wow.
Okay, see y'all later. Bye.
Dinner time.